Hey, welcome back to another week of the Good Times Never End activity session with me, Cole. Remember that before you watch this video or engage in any of the activities I'm going to show you in this video, it is important that you get your parents' or guardian's permission. It is very important to us at Camp Aranzazu that you do that. So if you haven't done so yet, please hit pause and don't resume until an adult said it's okay. Alright, now that we have the permission we need, let's get going. This week we're going to be playing some chalk art games that hopefully you made the chalk with Tana earlier this week. You will need that chalk, a beanbag, and if you don't have a beanbag, you can either use rocks, buttons, or small plastic toys. And you might also need a scooter, bike, or a skateboard. If you have trouble with drawing, you can either get a parent, a guardian, or a friend to come help you with it, or you can get a yardstick or just a stick and tape the chalk to it to help you reach and draw your art. And remember, the chalk is only meant to draw on the ground. It's not meant to eat or to draw on yourself or anyone else. Here's a brief little overview of what mine looked like. Maybe take a picture or video of yours and send it and share it with us. This first game is classic. It's Hopscotch. You can use your imagination when drawing the boxes, and it can be jumped in various colors and shapes. You can either do this with 2 feet or 1 foot in the single boxes. Or you can make it more difficult and get the beanbag and toss it on there, and you'll skip over the spot where the beanbag was landed. This next game is Avoid the Shark. With different colors of chalk, you can draw the beaches. I used yellow, and do them various distances apart. For the next one, I used blue chalk to draw the water and shark fins. What you'll do is you'll jump from beach to beach to avoid the sharks in the water. To make it easier, you can put the beaches closer together and hop with both feet. Just make sure not to put the beaches too far away that you can't reach them. This next game is Bullseye. You can either play it with yourself or against someone else. You can use various colors of chalk and draw concentric circles with a bullseye in the middle. Each circle is worth a different point value. The point values I used was 50 in the middle, then 25, then 15, and then 5. However, you can draw whatever point values you want. If you have trouble bending over, it may be easier to draw on a concrete wall or a wall that you're allowed to draw with on chalk. And so when playing the game, you'll throw the beanbag in there either 3 or 5 times, and then each time you'll write it down and then add them all up once you're done. Let me see what your high score is. Here's a score total of 4 different games that I played. This next game is another classic. It's Tic-Tac-Toe. You can either play with yourself or with a friend. There's 2 ways to play. You can either play with each person just taking a turn drawing their X's and O's, or you can get the beanbag or the rock and toss it onto the board, and wherever it lands is where you'll either draw your X or your O. Either way, the first one to get to 3 in a row wins. Here's the final of what my sister and I scored. She was X's and I was O's. The game is chalk maze. You can design your own maze with squiggly lines or circles or just a little path. And you can go through this maze if you have a wheelchair or walker, or you can walk or run, or go through it with your bike or your scooter or skateboard. I just did a loop that went around the bullseye back to the finish line. This is an example of me going through the maze with a scooter. And this next one is me going through the maze with a ripstick. Thanks again for tuning in today with me. Camper Zoo misses you and hopes you're staying safe and happy. Don't forget to post a picture or video of today's activity. Be sure to tag us or hashtag us with the good times never end. Don't forget to clean up after you're done with your games. Y'all have a good one.